Don't shush, shush. I'm 19. Stop it.
Yeah, you'll be a grandmother soon.
No, we've had that chat. That's not happening.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it's really quite bizarre. I was a little bit emotional last night going through all the photographs and thinking,
Oh.
in one respect it feels like about 5 minutes ago, and in the others it really does feel like 18 very long years.
Yeah.
Since I had him. Bless his little heart. So you will need a secure raised surface today. Pete, your bench behind you is perfect. So a chair or a bench, but something you can either push against or rest a foot on that isn't going to move. So if you can grab that quickly, and then we will get started. I think most people are going to be doing this as a recording later. I'm going to get you all on mute. Okay, I think we're good to go. Right, so start off just with some my voice is breaking. Marching on the spot, slow and steady. So just keep it slow to begin with, working on just getting balance going a little bit. Bring your knees up as high as you can. A little arm drive as well if it helps. Well done. So if I've matched myself to your curtains again. It's my favourite colour. Good, and then take that march just into a little bit of a jog. Again, keep it nice and low, so not really bringing your feet off the ground very much to begin with. We'll do this for a minute, so you'll get a chance to increase your pace as we go. I need to get a stopwatch going, we go. All right, so just a little bit more vigorous now, a bit more of an arm drive, a bit more bouncy. Start bringing your heart rate up. Good, and then just a bit more. If you've got the space, you can move around a little bit if you want to. Okay, last few seconds. And then stand with your feet nice and wide apart, arms outstretched, go into some crossbody toe touches. Keep your arms wide, try and keep your legs straight. If your hamstring and inner thigh mobility isn't brilliant, you can try and stand a little bit wider apart. Well done. Keep going. One more to each side. Good. And then just moving across your mat length, just going to do some side to side shuffles. Legs bent. Try and keep your chest up. Just slowly moving from side to side. So I'm kind of up on my toes a little bit. Try and keep the movement as bouncy as possible. That's it, lovely. And if you're feeling a bit more comfortable, you can just go into more of a bouncy movement now. I'm always terrified I'm going to fall over my mat doing this. Keep going. Few more seconds. And then go into some leg swings. Forward and back first of all. Good. You should feel your heart rate coming up a little bit doing this as well. Change legs. Well done. And then side to side swings. Pardon me. Change legs. Good. And then some hip rotation. So put your hands on your hips, or if it helps, hold your arms out to the side. We're going to do a few seconds on each leg. So stand on one leg. Keep your core braced to help with your balance. Bring your leg up. If you're really, really wobbly, then it's fine to hold on to something to do this if you need to. And then staying on the same leg, rotate the other way. Hopefully you can feel the leg that you're standing on, you can feel that bum starting to wake up a little bit as well. 2 more. And then change legs. Holding on to something if you need to. It's so disorientating looking at myself on camera and trying to do it. Doesn't work. Good, just do 1 more. And then go the other way. Well done. And 1 more. Good. Then just stand at the end of your mat, bend your legs, walk out, and get into pike. So bum nice and high up in the air, try and keep your legs straight, and dip, alternate knee to the floor. So as we're doing this, working on trying to get your heel down, mobilizing your calves and ankles. Well done. Okay, keep going. And then just drop your knees to the floor. 1 foot forward, opposite hand down, and go for some thoracic rotations. I'll show you from the front as well. I can turn my heating off now. I always leave it on for about a second too long when you're boiling hot now. Just do 2 more. And then change sides. Well done. Keep going. Couple more. Fab. And then roll onto your back. So hands rather behind your head. So you've got your head resting on your hands, elbows down to the floor, and then roll your knees from side to side, doing it that way. So as you roll from side to side, you'll feel the opposite elbow want to come off the floor. If your chest is particularly tight, this will be worse. So fight to keep your elbows on the ground as you roll from side to side. If that limits your knee roll, then don't worry. Just work on keeping your elbows down. Well done. Good, and right, now bring your arms out to the side, and as you roll, move your head in the opposite direction. So you're just getting a bit of neck mobility as well. Lovely, well done. And then bring your arms down along your sides a little bit, into bridge, pushing up and rolling down. Good. So really take the time to roll your spine down to the floor. That's the most important part of this. And now bring your arms up. So they're kind of above your head. Keep going for that roll down to the floor. And now I want you to lift your hips up and keep them there. And slide your arms up and down. If you're outside, you might not want to slide your watch on the paving slab. So you'll have your arms up above your head and slide your arms down as far as you can, keeping your hands and your elbows in contact with the floor. If you're on a rough floor, then you can just hover slightly above the ground. But you want to keep your arms as tight to the floor as you can and then bring them down. So you should feel this squeezing between your shoulder blades. If it's uncomfortable for your back, do it with your hips raised. You can do it with your bum on the ground. Do a couple more. And then slowly roll over onto your front, onto all fours, and cat to cow, arching and dipping. Well done. Good. And then tuck your toes under, just walk up into pike and then walk to stand. Slowly come up. It feels like the end of the session, doesn't it? Well done, you can go home now. So single arm circles to finish off with. And then go the other way. I'm looking forward to moving outside again, Pete. I'll be able to get my arms straight doing arm circles again. Change sides. Oh. Punch the ceiling. Other way. Oh God. I'm going to bend my knees. There we go. All right. Have a quick drink if you need it. I'll explain our second stage of warm-up. So we're going to do a heart rate raising set. 4 exercises. Each one is for a minute, but it's a rolling minute. So you'll end up probably not doing a full minute for each exercise. First one is a walking lunge with a toe tap. So if you have the space, you can move further. If not, your mat length is fine. And you're going to do a little walking lunge, crouching down, tapping the inside of your opposite toe. So that movement. Then the next one is a band press. So Nick, if you haven't got a band, if you grab a towel, that will do. Don't grab it just yet. If you go and get it when the exercise starts, I'll demonstrate it first now. But with a band or a towel above your head. So you want, if you're using the band, you can get a bit of resistance. So you can kind of pull on the band as you bring it down across your shoulders, which you won't get from the towel, but it's still a good exercise. So we're going to be doing half of the minute pulling the band onto your upper back, and then half of the minute pulling it onto your chest, and I'll tell you when to stop. The next one, you're going to do a little squat and run, which whenever I write it down, feels like it's something you should be doing at a festival. So a little squat down, trot to the side, squat. And then the last one is a hinge with a high pull. So again, using a band, but I can show you how to do it with a weight. So standing on the band, hip hinge, and then pull. If you want to make it harder, then just hold the band like that. So you won't get any resistance at the hip hinge phase, which is fine. It's just the pull that you'll get some resistance, but that's okay. Move fairly quickly because you want to get your heart rate up. So you've got walking lunge, toe tap, band press, squat with a little side to side run, and then a hinge and high pull. 1 minute for each exercise, twice through. So we'll start with the walking lunge toe taps. Get ready. At the end of this sort of 8-minute set, I want you to have your heart rate up to a comfortable level, not like you're really, really out of breath, but you should feel warm, heart rate raised. Off we go. Good. So when you're doing this walking lunge with a tap, stand up tall, get your hip flexors working. As you stand up, think about pulling in your tummy towards your spine. You should feel it in your bum more than the fronts of your thighs. Perfect, that's 30 seconds. Good. Keep going. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, grab your band or towel. So above your head and pull that onto your upper back. If you have the band, you can pull against the band a little bit. Do the same thing with the towel, so pull against the towel. You won't get the give, but when you're doing this, you should feel your shoulder blades working. Keep looking straight ahead, and also think about what your back's doing. It's really easy to stand with your back arched and try and keep your tail tucked under. Good, and now pull onto your chest. So it should feel a bit different. You should feel it working across here rather than upper back. So this is halfway between a strength exercise and a mobilization exercise. This shouldn't feel really challenging, but hopefully you should feel your heart rate coming up a little bit. 5 seconds. Good. Squat with a side-to-side shuffle. So squat down, a few steps, and then squat. Watch foot position. It's quite easy to let your feet come too close in together when you do the squat again, so just make sure you keep your feet in squat position, and you don't have to squat very far down. So if you're worried about your knees, keep it as a high squat. Time to lose a leg, definitely getting warm. $20 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then the hip hinge and pull. So if you want to increase the resistance to the band, stand, so loop the band over your feet just to increase resistance. And then it's just a little deadlift and a high pull. That's it. Lovely. So don't give yourself too much resistance on the band. You don't want your upper body getting too tired doing these. And really work on that hip hinge. So pushing your bum back. And then when you pull up, hands to your chin, elbows high. Good, well done. 20 seconds. Ten seconds, keep going. Three, two, one, bands down, and then back to the walking lunge. Second set of these, we're just doing 2 sets. So if you feel competent doing the exercises and you want to push your heart rate up a little bit more, speed it up a bit. Lovely, well done. $30 seconds. Keep going. 15 more seconds of these. And done. Right, grab your band or your towel. Off you go. So onto your shoulders first of all, thinking about what your core is doing as well. So bum tucked under, core braced. Well done. I like this, it kind of feels quite nice. This exercise should feel like you're mobilising your upper back. Good, and then onto your chest. This is the one I find hard. Well done, 20 seconds. Good. 10 more seconds. And then onto that squat with a side to side run. 2, 1, done. And then onto the squat. So for the second round, if you can get a bit lower in the squat, go for it. Well done. .30 seconds. Keep going. We've just got that last hinge and high pull to go for this set. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So grab your band or weights. Hinge, high pull. Start when you're ready. Lovely, well done. If you feel happy with the movement, speed it up a little bit. And make sure you're hinging at the waist rather than bending your knees. So it's bum back, hip hinge. Okay, well done, good. 20 more seconds. Then you have a rest while I demonstrate the next set. Last 10. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Excellent. Right, we have a strength set to do next. 4 exercises. I'll give you options to make them easier if you need to as well. So the first one is where you're going to use your chair or raised surface. So it's a raised rear leg lunge. Now, if this is going to hurt your knees or you don't have anywhere adequate to do it, then you can just do it as a split squat. I'll show you both options. So I've got a handy bar here to hang on to, which is quite useful. So your back leg will go up onto your surface, whatever you're using. Before you start to move, make sure your chest is nice and tall, trying to get your weight back as much as possible, and then you drop. So if you have to hang on to that to look round. If you look at my knee is not going any further forward than my ankle. It's my back leg that's dipping. So if you find yourself doing that and you can't control it, then do this on the floor and do a split squat on the floor instead. So that's in that big stride, chest upright, keep your core braced and drop your back leg down. So it's really important that you don't rock back and forward. It's dropping the back knee and standing up. That's the first exercise. So you can do it on the floor or using a raised surface. Then we're going to do a deficit press up. So this is using a raised surface again. I'm going to use my bench. So by deficit, what I mean is down really slowly, push up quickly. So I'm lowering down over 3, coming up in 1. You can do this on the floor. It's much easier to control it if you're using a raised surface. If it's a much higher surface, like a work surface or a wall, then do it not on your knees. Do it like that instead. So you can use any surface that's comfortable. The important point is that you go down in 3, back up in 1. The next one is a held squat. So you can do it body weight or with the weight. Squat down, 1, 2, 3, stand up. So again, it's lowering down, holding, standing up. And the last one is a kneeling press. So either using band or weight, kneeling on the band if you're using a band, and then pressing. And if you're using a weight, it's the same movement. We just press using weights instead. I'll give you teaching points as we go. So we're working on a range of time. So you can, it's 1 minute for each exercise, but if a minute is too much, just stop early. So I'll give you time checks at 30 seconds, 45 seconds and 1 minute. You can stop early if you need to, and we get 15 seconds rest between each exercise. Right, let's get ready. So we're starting off with the rear leg lunge, either back foot raised or on the floor, just making sure that you don't rock back and forth, that you drop that back leg down. All right, get ready. So obviously we're doing this on each leg. So it's up to a minute on each leg, which is a long time. So take the easier version if you need it. Right, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So this little bar next to me is extremely useful for balance. So I'm going to show you on the first leg, raised, and the second I'll do this on the floor, so you can see both versions. Really important that you keep your back glute squeezed really tight. And I know that it's really easy to look down at the floor doing this because it kind of helps your balance, but if you can look straight ahead, look straight ahead. If you look down, your body will follow. Right, that's 30 seconds. If you have poor ankle mobility, you might find it's a struggle as well. You may feel you have to go onto the floor. That's 45 seconds. Good, that's a minute. Change sides. And get 15 seconds rest. So don't go straight away. All right, second leg, get ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So however long you did this for the first leg, you have to match the second. And if you've chosen your stronger leg first, you may be regretting a full minute. We're going through this a few times, so the second set, if you feel competent, you can always add a weight to this as well. You don't really need to. Right, that is 30 seconds. Well done. If you're struggling to stop yourself from rocking back and forth, then a bigger stride will help. That's 45 seconds. Not long. Good, and that's a minute, rest. So the next one, deficit press-ups. Choose the surface you're using. You can go on the floor for this. If you're working on the floor, this is a lot harder. You have to really focus on down. Brace your core to come up. Get ready. Off you go. And again, I'm going to give you time checks. Well done. So upper body, you fatigue more quickly. This first set, if the surface you've chosen is too low or too difficult, you can make it easier if you need to. Good, that's 30 seconds. $45. Almost there. And that's a full minute. Well done. Next one is the held squat. body weight, or you can use a weight for this one if you want to, but you must be strict. When you get to the bottom of the squat, as low as you can comfortably, you have to hold the count of 3 and then stand. Off you go. So your mobility, your core strength will dictate how far down you can get into the squat. If you can get to a full squat, brilliant. If not, just make sure however you're holding it, you've got your chest up. Don't bend in half. Well done. And if your knees aren't great, go for a sumo instead. So you can have a wider stance. Yeah, I'll use the band. Good idea. Right, that's 30 seconds. $45. And that's a minute. Good. Kneeling press. If your band is quite low resistance, we want to make it more challenging. Then kneel with your knees a little bit wider apart, or you can pull the band up to your knees to increase resistance. Just make sure that you're kneeling on it nice and securely. Right, off we go. I've made that far too difficult. Let's put that back to where it was. So you may find this is the exercise you fatigue the most quickly. That's absolutely fine. Just make sure you take extra rest. That's 30. Be careful about your core as well, so don't let your back arch. Keep your bum tucked under, core braced, looking straight ahead. That's 45. Two, 1 minute. Well done. Right, round we go again, back to split squat. So if you started with your foot raised and it was way too hard, go for the split squat in that on the floor. If you're not finding it massively challenging, then you can start to add weight to this as well if you want to. Just be careful if you're doing a raised leg split squat and you have a weight, you'll be much more unstable, don't fall over. All right, we'll start in 5 seconds. And 2, 1, off you go. I'll carry on giving you these time checks as we go. If you can, look at yourself in the camera to check your form, it's quite useful. The more you can keep your weight behind your foot so your knee is not rocking back and forth, the better. If you rock back and forward, you'll use your quads too much. Always try and use your glutes as much as possible doing this. That's 30 seconds. Well done. 45. That's a minute. Well done. Oh. Challenging exercise this. All right, get ready. Three, 2, 1. Off you go, other leg. That bench is very useful, Pete. I can see it getting used a lot in the summer. Actually, no, it won't be, because we won't be on Zoom. We'll be outside together. Good, that's 30. That felt like a very long 30 seconds. No, definitely 30. Blimey. Good, that's 45. Remember to rest if you need it. It's not cheating. You're going to your own range of ability for this. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. That's the minute. Right, deficit press-ups. So change the surface you're working on. If it felt too difficult or too easy. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So think about this as much as you can as a core stability exercise. This slow lowering down. You need to work your core to stabilize yourself. So keep your bum tucked under. Really pull your tummy into your spine. You should feel your tummy working as well as your arms. Good, that's 30 seconds. Well done, keep going. That's 45. Three, 2, 1. That's the minute, good. Next one is the held squat. So if you didn't use a weight for the first one, have a think about using a weight for the second set. And again, if you need to play with this a little bit for your knees, then you can have a wider squat, or you can use a band. Off you go. Just make sure you hold the 3 at the bottom. It sounds like there's a plane outside doing aerobatics. Can you hear it, Pete? Yeah. All right, that's 30. $45. Okay, well done. 3, 2, 1, that's the minute. And then kneeling press. For this exercise, if you're really struggling to control the arch in your back when you're kneeling, then you can do it sitting. I'll show you that in a second. Off you go. So if you can't control your back, then you can do this as a seated press instead. So you basically just sit on a band, legs out straight in front of you, and press from there, which is better for your core if your back's not liking this very much. Not now totally wrapped up in a band. Right, that's 30 seconds. Keep your elbows pointing forward as much as you can. $45. Lovely, well done. And that's the minute rest. We've got one more set to go. Just the one. So this rear raised leg lunge, that's quite hard to say. If you find that it's burning your quads, that your thighs are really, really uncomfortable doing this, and you're using the raised surface, go to the floor and really think about your form. So the more if you rock back and forth, that's because it's going to get into your quads. So try and keep your chest up, drop down, limit the movement, really squeeze your back glute. Try and get that bum working as much as possible. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Last set of these. Well done. Use your core as well, so keep that pulled in. You're doing really well with these. This is a hard exercise. If you're watching this on recording, no cheating, make sure you do it all. Good, that's 30. Let's keep double checking because 30 seconds of this seems like a very long 30 seconds. Keep your core engaged, particularly if you're wobbling around. 45 seconds. 4. 3, 2, 1. God, I'm about to do 3 sets of these. All right, get ready. 2, 1, go. Well done. I'm trying to choose my weaker leg first for this. But actually both feel equally bad now. Well done. So if your ankle mobility isn't brilliant, that will make this feel harder again. That's 30 seconds. Start looking at the floor. No, look straight ahead. Keep going. That's 45, almost there. Well done. And if you're resting, don't worry, it's not cheating. This is a hard exercise. 1 minute. Right, those are over. Hooray. Back to deficit press-ups again. So if you haven't found these massively challenging, maybe try working on a lower surface or even the floor. Make sure your arms are coming sort of not directly out to the side, not completely down, but out a little bit. Off we go. So it's down in 3, up in 1. Well done. That's 30. $45. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's your minute. Good. Hell squats. Try and use a weight, even if it means that you don't squat so low. So I'm going for the sumo squat just to protect my knees. Get ready. 2, 1. Off you go. Good. Keep the hold at the bottom for 3. Try and push your weight into your heels. Keep the bum working as much as you can. Well done. Keep going. That's 30. Well done. 45. Last 15 seconds. We've just got the kneeling presses to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Kneeling press, or you can sit. All right, get ready. 2, 1, go. Keeping your elbows pointing forward. That'll just help your upper back work as much as possible. Nice one. That's 30. Good. 45, more than 45. I forgot that one. Last 5 seconds. 2, 1, done. Well done. All right, you have a rest. Right, the next final workout. We're doing this as a team workout. So as it's my son's birthday, we're using birthdays as the who works when. So team A, your birthdays will be between January and June. So do we have team A's here? And team B, your July to December. That's me and you, Pete. If you're watching a recording, just pretend you're working with the whole group. So if you're January to June, you're team A, and if you're July to December, you're team B, and that you're doing this on a work and rest ratio. So it's 4 exercises. Jump squats, which are particularly nasty after all that quad work. So I don't expect you to go into a deep jump squat. Just go by what you're capable of. So if that even just means that you're doing that, that's fine. If you've got the ability to go into a deeper jump squat, go for it. So just use your own strength and ability to dictate how low you go into the squat. That's for 20 seconds. Then it's a burpee. 2 options. Straight arm plank with a jump, or step out, step in, and stand up. So if you don't want to jump, you just step out and step in. And I'll start with that one to demonstrate it. Alternate squat thrusts. 2 options again. Full alternate squat thrust or straight arm plank, driving your knee to your chest. And then the last one is just a plank, either on your elbows, straight arm, on an incline, however you want to do it. So it's 20 seconds for jump squats, 25 for burpees, 25 for alternate squat thrusts, 20 for plank. Team A, you're on. Get ready. 20 seconds work. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So we're keeping it easy. High squat. 10 seconds. Team B, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Seconds. Team A, get ready for burpees, however you're going to do them. Either jump or step in, step out. 3, 2, 1, go. Burpees. Well done. So step in, step out, stand up, it's absolutely fine. You're still getting the benefit of getting up and down off the floor. Well done. Team B, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Actually, I'm going to do the step out, step in ones. Just demonstrate. Team A, get ready for alternate squat thrusts. 3, 2, 1, go. So you can either do that nice bouncing movement in, or you can just drive knee to chest. You can even use an incline. If you want to make it even easier, that's fine too. 10 seconds, Team B, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Well done. Keep going. 5 seconds, Team E. Team E, Team A, plank. 2, 1, go, into plank. can't speak. I'm just casting my mind back to 18 years ago when I was in labour, clearly. 5 seconds. Team B, get ready for plank. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. I did think about giving you a workout to emulate labour, but it would have had to have been a 48-hour workout. That was probably a bit mean. 5 seconds. So we're back rounds to jump squats. Team A. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. 20 seconds. Jump squats. Perfect. We're doing 2 rounds of this. Then we're stretching. Well done. 10 seconds. Team B, jump squats. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds. Team A, get ready for burpees. 3, 2, 1, go. Well done. Oh, I love a birthday burpee, even if it isn't my birthday. Ten seconds. Team B, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect. Alternate squat thrust after this, Team A. Loads of time though. 10 seconds. Alternate squat thrust, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to show you the easier version. Well done. 10 seconds, Team B. 3, 2, 1, go. Alternate squat thrusts. Well done. Okay, get ready for plank. Team A, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. One more exercise each. Five seconds, Team B. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Team A, you're resting. You can shout virtual encouragement at people. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Done. Well done. Right, a little cool down exercise for a couple of minutes just before we stretch. Grab a drink if you need it. If you're ready, roll onto your back. I'm just going to start with some bridges. So back to what we did right at the start. Arms down by your side. Push your hips up. Roll your back down. Nice and steady. Getting your heart rate down slowly. I'm going out for a birthday run now. I feel that the emphasis is on the wrong person here. He's literally done nothing for 18 years. I deserve all the presents. Keep going. "15 more seconds. And then we're just going to finish off with some dead bugs. But there are options to how you do them. Good. Right. Just hug your knees into your chest for a few seconds. And then you've got the option whether you do arms only dead bugs or full dead bugs. But what you don't want to be doing is feeling like you're putting a lot of pressure on your core now. We're cooling down. If a full dead bug feels too hard, just do arms only. You can pull your knees in towards your chest a little bit as well to make it even easier. But this should feel really manageable. If you're doing the full dead bug and you're having to really concentrate to keep your back pushed down, just go to arms only. Last 30 seconds. Well done. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and done. Hug your knees in again. Well done this morning. There's some challenging exercises this morning. You did really well. And then slowly roll over into child pose. Bum down onto your heels, arms forward. So if you're the raised surface that you've been using, if that's handy, you can do your child pose on there. So what I mean by that is that you have your hands on the, say, bench or chair, shoulder width apart, and just let yourself hang down like that, letting your head drop down, and you'll get more of a stretch between your shoulder blades and the back of your neck. Well done. And then hands onto the floor, into cat stretch. And then come up onto your knees. We're going to hip flexor, so foot forward. Tuck your bum under, really push forward. So we're going to spend a bit longer on glutes and quads after this. Good, change sides. Your hip flexors had a good stretch the whole time we were doing the split squats. Good, and done. Right, glutes. So ideally, into straight arm plank, leg underneath you and lower down. If you find that really uncomfortable, you can do it in the seating position. So you can increase the stretch a little bit if you want to by actually just pulling your leg around underneath you a bit more. And then take a deep breath in, exhale, and just lower down more onto that leg, increasing the stretch a little bit. Good, and then change sides. So again, if you can use your hand to pull that leg around, increase the stretch. And then take a deep breath in, exhale, lower down more. And then slowly come up. Right, kneeling or standing quad stretch. I'm going to do it kneeling. Pull your heel into your bum. Tuck your bum under as much as you can. If that's uncomfortable, go for a standing stretch. However you're doing it though, really make sure that you've got your back, your bum tucked under, your back's not arched. Try and use your own strength to pull your leg up a bit more behind you. Good. Change sides. Well done. Good. And release. Stand up slowly, just finish off. One hand inside the other. Again, bum tucked under. I've got to keep saying it. Drop your head to your chest and just push forward. Hopefully you can get a bit of a stretch across your upper back. And then slowly release. And done. Well done. See you on Saturday.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your birthday, Ron.
I will.
Bye.
See you later.
Started the day off
Thanks.
nicely.
Yeah. Well, I'll carry on doing this. If you ever can't make Tuesday circuits in the evening,
Yeah,
the online class is staying.
cool. Okay.
Or you can do two.
Yeah, keen, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it will be different. So when I go back to outdoor like group circuits,
Yeah.
this won't be the same as the class we do in the evening. I'll kind of amalgamate run, fit and circuits into 1 hour long class
Okay.
because there'll just be one 60-minute on recording. So you could do two.
Okay. But with the kite, just pop round and have a look because
Yeah, I will.
sizing is really difficult, and I think we've got a slightly too small one.
So what size have you got?
I've got 3.6 metre, which sounds huge,
Yeah, okay.
but because it's triangular, is not that big.
Yeah, okay. That's the size I've been looking at actually. So I probably need bigger.
So, but pop round and have a look. And I also got a pole that I've a surplus. So,
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So yeah, maybe we could do something. Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. I'll come
Great. Right. Have a good day. Yeah. Say hello to the guys.
I will. See you later. Bye. Nick, how was that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Is that all right?
Sweating. I'm really sweating, which is good. I like to sweat. If I sweat, I feel I've done something.
Excellent. So it is quite different to core fit. Obviously, it's a lot more. Sometimes it's more high intensity, but yeah, there's some challenging stuff in there. But I'll always give lots of options if you need it, or just rest.
Yeah, that lowering, that squat thing where you had to lower and raise was the most hard of the lot.
Yeah, it's really
Really
challenging.
hard. Really.
Yeah, it's hard. There's a lot going on with that. Glute strength, core strength, balance, yeah, flexibility. But if you can nail it, it's a really good exercise to get better at. Look at you, you've got a lovely glow.
Yeah, go to the shower and then some breakfast.
Yes. All right, darling. See you next week.
Right, I don't want to be a bit of a wet blanket, but
Yeah.
this girl we know
Yeah.
has tried building a big structure in her garden.
Yeah.
She's had lots and lots of trouble from the neighbours.
Yeah.
And she's had trouble now from the council. So
yeah. This, basically, all I want is a little canvas sail shade to go.
oh, if it's canvas, it'll be all right. She was trying to build a permanent one, you know. Oh, yeah.
The quote that I had from this company, because they install these sail shades, and I emailed them to get a quote for installing one professionally for me. And the guy just did not listen to a word I said about what I wanted, and then sent me a quote for this massive, great big steel pergola thing with, you know, motorized, retractable shade, and it was £7 grand for the actual just the stuff, and then another £1,000 to install it. Like it was massive. I reckon I would need planning permission for it. It was so big.
That's what the problem she's run into. Really, it's so big. They reckon she needs planning permission.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and it would have been. I don't need it to be permanent. I only need it up for 4 months.
No.
I mean, I may even just be able to attach one side of it to my tree.
When it's summer, the trees block it all. In the winter, it's so much more noticeable, isn't it?
So I've got the AstroTurf. I've got one half of it will be covered by the silver birch tree, but the other side won't. And also it will give me privacy from the houses at the end of the garden, because I want to angle it so it's down at the back and up at the top. And I just need to, I'll have a look at Pete's and see how it works, but I need to be able to take it down as well. So if it's really windy, I can't leave it up. I don't want one that's on a sturdy enough structure that can survive all weathers. So I need to have one that I can take up and down quickly as well. So I think.
What about just one of those things that we've got? That, you know, we've got a great big gazebo, and they're only 100 and something quid.
So I used one in the. I had one last year covering my patio, and it's not quite what I need. I just need a little bit of shade to go over one small bit. So I think the sail shade's probably the easiest.
Better.
I can take it down and store it easily as well, I think. But I've got at least one tree, possibly two, that I can attach it to. So I might only need to buy one pole for it. So, but yeah, there'll be a solution. There always is.
Hey, well, good luck and love to the boy. I can't believe it's 18 years.
God, Nick, I know.
Right thing, isn't it?
My baby boy.
You must have been a child when you had him.
So, a child, right? I was 25.
I was joking. I knew that.
No,
You have to tell people that.
People do say, so how old are you? You had it. It's like, oh yeah, like 7. No. I was a grown woman. I just had a young face at the time.
Oh.
Anyway, I must
Disappears. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Thank you, darling. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.